On today's Disney's 5 Things, I'm going to be looking at the 5 things I'm most excited about that were announced at D23, as well as giving some of the things that maybe were announced or weren't announced that maybe I'm kind of disappointed in. So firstly, I'm going to go through the 5 things that I'm most excited about after D23, with number 1 being Star Wars Land, which we now know is called Galaxy's Edge. Now, there was an amazing model on view at D23, which I've seen sort of multiple videos, pictures of, and it looks absolutely stunning. I mean, it looks so immersive. They've really, along with sort of how they recently did Pandora at Animal Kingdom, they've really gone along with the theming very, very well in these new lands for Disney parks. So hopefully there's some more to come in sort of the Toy Story land. I mean, that's opening next year, which I'll go into in a bit more in a second while I talk about one of my other points. But yeah, the Star Wars land Galaxy's Edge looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm so happy they brought back Rex, who used to be the droid that was your driver, your pilot in Star Tours, until he got the update and got replaced by C-3PO. And I always used to point to Chelsie in the line for Star Tours because he was sort of under this sort of staircase area and you could see it, and I'd be like, oh look Chel, there's the old pilot from Star Tours, and she'd be like, oh yeah, okay, because she'd never been on the old Star Tours. So it's really cool they're bringing him back, and they're bringing him back as a DJ, I believe, in one of the sort of canteen cafe areas, so there'll be sort of a music-y theme one, probably similar to like the Cantina, I'm guessing, from Star Wars. So similar kind of music, but yeah, Galaxy's Edge, big plus. Second thing I'm going to go for, excited about, is the Star Wars Hotel. Now, not a lot has been announced about this. People are guessing online it's going to be very, very close to Hollywood Studios, and it may have its own entrance into Galaxy's Edge, which would make perfect sense. Honestly, I'm like 90% sure that's probably what's going to happen, but obviously nothing's confirmed yet. But it looks very, very interesting. It's very immersive. I mean, apparently you get your own storyline, so each person is treated differently while you're there. So it's some kind of like role play kind of hotel. As I said, not too much has been announced, but that's a big exciting thing moving forward, and I'm guessing it's what they're trying to get hopefully done before the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which I believe is in 2021. So they've got 4 years to kind of come up with exactly what's going on. I'm guessing we'll see some more plans of what's going to happen in the next couple of years, maybe even not until the next D23, because D23 is every 2 years, so maybe not until 2019 we'll hear a bit more about it, but who knows, they might just randomly give us some updates. So looking forward to some updates on the Star Wars Hotel. Number 3, and is I think something that splits a lot of people, and that's that the Great Movie Ride is going to be changed into a ride based around Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And the full name for it, I'll read off this paper next to the camera, is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which should be interesting. I mean, they showed some clips of what it could look like inside. It's going to be based on the sort of newer Mickey Mouse cartoons that have been shown recently, so that kind of style. If you look them up, or if you see them, you'll know what I mean. They showed some sort of picture of it. They said it's not going to be 2D, so it's not going to be a proper like just a regular cartoon on screen. It's not going to be 3D, so there's those glasses, but it's going to be, what they said was like 2.5D, so I'm guessing it's going to be sort of 2D screens that might move around, and so you don't have to wear glasses, but it will still be 3D, but it'll be 2D shapes moving around. Kind of similar, I'm guessing similar to how, if you've ever played the Paper Mario games, how they kind of look, where it is 2D, but it switches around, and it's interesting how it's done. It's sort of trick of the eye kind of thing, so really looking forward to that, but I can see why some people are a bit upset that the Great Movie Ride is disappearing, but I'll go through that a bit more in my 5 disappointments for D23. Number 4, and one I'm personally very excited about because it's something that I know me and Chelsie enjoyed in Disneyland Paris, is the Ratatouille ride coming to Epcot of France. Now, 2 things here. One, obviously it's going to be amazing. It's the Ratatouille ride. Who doesn't love it? If you haven't been on it, it's phenomenal. You'll love it. Secondly, if it replaces the film that they show in the France Pavilion, I'm not going to be that disappointed at all. I found that one of the sort of more boring, the more boring films. I mean, there's so much better ones around, like The one in Canada is like funny, but it's very informative as well. I mean, the France one is nice, but it just feels outdated. I mean, if it got updated, the film, fair enough, it would probably be great. It just feels very 80s, and when Epcot opened, and my screen on my computer, I think it's going dark and light in the background. I apologise if that's been distracting, but yeah, the Ratatouille ride is amazing. I mean, go back and watch our Paris vlogs. It's just so good. Like, it's just not on a track. It's until it actually happened, like after you've been off it, or when you're just about to get on it, you see like, wait a minute, there's no track. How are these cars moving around? Then you're on it. It's just crazy how it does it. All the sort of cars dance around each other, and it's just so well done. And I can't wait for that to be at Walt Disney World. And lastly, on the things I'm most excited about, and one that I think got the announcement got one of the biggest like cheers of the night for things in Florida, is that the Tron Lightcycle ride over from Disney Shanghai is coming to the Magic Kingdom. I mean, it was rumoured, but I think even being rumours, I was like, oh come on, like that was more Dreamworld, but actually it is actually happening, and even better, it's not even replacing the Tomorrowland Speedway, which is what everyone thought it was going to do. They're building it on a whole new piece of land, sort of next to the Speedway, in that kind of corner by sort of Space Mountain, over in that area of Tomorrowland where there is currently nothing. Now, I don't know if that will affect the walkway that kind of takes you around from the back of Tomorrowland, kind of around the back corner of the park. Maybe that's where they're building it. There is quite a bit of space there. I don't know if it will affect the train coming round the park, because it is in a very similar area. People are saying they're hoping it doesn't fit the People Mover, and if it does, there will be a backlash. People are saying maybe it just affect one line of the People Mover, so they just have to try and reroute it somehow, which okay, that would be okay. As long as the People Mover doesn't go anywhere, I'm happy. I think the People Mover has become such a cult classic that I don't think it can physically be removed. I think it's as big as the castle at the Magic Kingdom. It's just one of the best things. It doesn't do anything, don't get me wrong, it just goes round Tomorrowland. It just tells you about all the like rides and things, but it is just one of the best things. And the Tron ride, if you haven't seen it, go watch videos from just people at Shanghai Disneyland, because it is just, it looks phenomenal. Like, they got the aesthetics so perfect. As I said in my previous video, I don't know how it fit with the theme of Tomorrowland, unless they're going to update Tomorrowland slightly, like the aesthetics around the whole land, maybe a bit more sort of neon lights, and try and theme it and like build that into Tron, so Tron doesn't feel like this weird like 10 centuries in the future ride, and then you've got everything else. So hopefully there's a nice sort of walkway into the Tron ride that doesn't feel weird for Tomorrowland. But yeah, the Tron Lightcycle ride is just like, yes please, thank you, take my money. Okay, and now time for the 5 things I was slightly disappointed with. Number 1 I'll go through because I've sort of just touched on it briefly before, was the Great Movie Ride going. I mean, I know in the last sort of 3-4 years, maybe 5 or 6, apparently this ride has got like a sort of a shell of its former self. Now, I haven't ridden it before that. I've only ridden it in the last 3 or 4 years, so to me it was like nice as it is. I really enjoyed it. So I don't know what it was like before, which is kind of disappointing. I can only see that from videos on YouTube, which obviously show it in a different light to what I remember. And the sad thing about it going is it is the only ride or the attraction at Hollywood Studios that was there when the park originally opened. And this is going to see a big change for Hollywood Studios. I really thought they'd change the name of it over D23, like they're going to change it to like Walt Disney Studios or something like that, and name it like the one in Disneyland Paris, which is the Walt Disney Studios park. It'd be very interesting to see where they go, because that's closing on something like August the 13th. It's come really soon, like within a month. Whenever they said it was within a month it's going to be shut, which is just crazy, like it's going that quick. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, that goes. There's not a lot more at Hollywood Studios at the moment, because they're still waiting for the Toy Story Land to open, which has been given the opening date now of next summer, which is going to be interesting. So they're going to have to really rush that through. And I think they're really having to rush that through because they know a lot of the park is going to be closed. There's going to be a lot of things missing, and it's not going to be a popular park from sort of after summer this year to next summer until the Toy Story Land, because there's not a lot there at the moment. It's very much a shell. So Hollywood Studios could be the quiet park for the next sort of year or so. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with Hollywood Studios in the meantime. Secondly, on my sort of disappointed list is that Stitch's Great Escape has somehow survived D23. I mean, it's one of the least popular attractions in all of Disney World. It's only open seasonally. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch. I think they should be represented at the parks, absolutely. I mean, even if you somehow link them into one of the water parks, I think it would work perfectly. It makes perfect sense. It would just make sense to be a water park. But the Great Escape ride it's lost any excitement. Nobody gets excited about it unless you're a really big fan of Lilo and Stitch. Then obviously, of course, you're going to go on it. But yeah, it could do with a bit of an update. I mean, what could go in there? Wreck-It Ralph, maybe something like that. Maybe that'd be the perfect kind of ride for something VR, because everyone sits around the thing in the middle. If they all put a VR headset on, that would be the perfect area, because everything's confined. There's only a small group of people. If something went wrong, there's only one or two headsets you need to shut off, and everyone else could come in. But yeah, I think it's going to need an update soon. Hopefully they announce something, but who knows? Maybe that'll not be announced till the next D23. We'll find out. Number 3, and not such a big one for every Disney fan around. I think it's more people sort of Europe-wise, but there wasn't really anything announced for Disneyland Paris, which, as we all aware, sort of online, Disney have just now got the rights to the whole park. They own the whole park. But yeah, we really thought there'd be more. All we really got was one of the hotels is going to be given like a Marvel update. It's going to be themed around Marvel and have like Iron Man suits around in the lobby and things like that, which is nice. But I mean, a whole sort of Marvel area in the Walt Disney Studios park would have been better. I feel like that was really obvious. Maybe it's too soon. They've only just got the rights to the park, so maybe they've got they're waiting. They probably haven't planned anything. So I can see maybe why there wasn't an announcement this time. But hopefully in the next couple of years, hopefully before next D23, there'll be announcements on things that will be happening at Disneyland Paris, which I'm super excited about. Marvel being the obvious thing to happen to it, especially with this new hotel. So to have attractions linked to it as well would make just absolute sense. Okay, number 4, and I know it is something that a lot of people were happy that nothing has changed to this, is there is going to be no change to the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like Figment. Same with Lilo and Stitch. I don't want him to disappear. I want him to be like the mascot for Epcot. Maybe he can be who you follow around the world tour or follow around the other areas of the park. But I really thought that was going to be updated to Inside Out, and I kind of feel like, I don't want to say it's a missed opportunity, but I feel like it was such an easy change to make. It was like Imagination Pavilion Inside Out. It's always in mind. It would fit so well. Since D23, I've seen rumours on a couple of sort of forum websites and videos on YouTube that apparently there is going to be an Inside Out sort of overhaul to the ride. I don't know if that means it's going to be completely gutted and change into Inside Out, or if it's going to be some kind of like overlay onto the ride and it doesn't really change too much. No one really knows that yet, but apparently there are plans that they just didn't announce at the expo because of all these other massive announcements, which is fair enough. That, like, it's something that's just been slightly changed. When you've got Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, and all these other things going on, I can see why that would have been sort of not shelved but pushed to the side for the bigger announcements to happen. So hopefully we hear something about the Imagination Pavilion in the sort of coming weeks, months, hopefully. And number 5, there's going to be no new Mighty Ducks film. No, I'm just kidding. Number 5 for real is that there's no nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom, which is the strangest sort of missed opportunity in the world, I think. Like, it's the Magic Kingdom. Every time I've been, there's been a nighttime parade. It's like what it's known for. I mean, Main Street Electrical Parade went over to back to Disneyland California. Both of their parks will now have a sort of nighttime parade of some sort, with their other park getting Paint the Night back as well. So how is there nothing? So there's going to be nothing all summer. So the whole summer at the Magic Kingdom for a nighttime parade. We'll just have the firework display. What? I mean, I'll happily put on some fairy lights and walk around dressed up as a character if you want me to, and there needs to be something there. It's just the strangest thing. Hopefully there is something that comes really soon. Hopefully they get that sorted out soon, because it's just, I think everyone was completely baffled afterwards. People were angry afterwards. There was tweets of anger at the end of the parks talk that there was nothing said about the Magic Kingdom parade. So yeah, hopefully that gets sorted out, because that's just the strangest thing that I think happened pretty much all weekend, that it was just, Magic Kingdom parade was just mute. There was nothing said about it, which is strange. Okay, that was my 5 best announced. 5? I keep putting my hand up. That was my 5 best, happiest parts from D23, and my 5 sort of most sort of disappointing, or areas I felt most let down with. Overall, it was a really good D23. There were some really exciting things announced, like the Tron Lightcycle ride. Honestly, I cannot wait to go on that ride. Probably be the most awkward ride to vlog, because I'm pretty sure you lean forward like you're on a bike, but I just, even just to see it, just seeing the sort of videos of Shanghai, just, I've always wanted to do it, ever since I saw it, so can't wait for that. As I said, a couple of disappointments, like the no nighttime parade, things like that, but overall it was really good. I think the positives definitely outweighed the negatives, like Galaxy's Edge and seeing how just amazing you think that's going to be. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Next week I'm hoping to start a new series, which you'll see as long as I've filmed it in time. The day or the week this video comes out, because I'm not sure, I might do it early, might not wait till Friday, but this week is my last week of school teaching, and I'm away for, or I have my, not away, I'm having my summer holiday vacation for 6 weeks, so I'll be able to film some videos throughout the summer, hopefully get some nice videos going, hopefully make some trip announcement videos. I'd like to announce that in with the video next week, but I have to wait to see if everything is booked and paid for and everything before I do that, because I don't want to say something and then we don't do it. So look forward to that either next week or the week after. Please subscribe below. I'm just amazed how many people subscribe to me. It's just ridiculous, like why, I'm nothing special. And also down below is my Instagram, Twitter, if you ever want to contact us, because I'm thinking of doing a Q&A video soon, so maybe look out for any of that on Twitter or Instagram. But for now, peace out. I'll see you next week. Have an awfully big adventure. Bye. Just want to show you my ghetto tripod of 2 Toy Story Vans boxes, where the camera sits up here, and my little piece of paper with my notes on what I'm going to talk about in the video. So you know, that's how professional it is. That's how cool we get in this YouTube life.